Cool stuff, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
before we get started, man, we got a superstar in the building, man. We got a superstar in the building, man. We got to shout him out.
Dog, man.
Hey, man. Anybody heard that nigga Will Baggett?
This is my dog,
Anybody
man.
heard that nigga Will? Hey, man, I'm about to get up for a minute and go take a black and mild break. I'm gonna let him do whatever. Whatever he wanna do and take niggas on there. Keep all that shit.
Sound, man.
Man, listen, man, we got Grenada's great. You know what I'm saying?
We proved it like every other week though. Like,
And I appreciate that with Will, man, because Will showed that greatness come in different forms besides basketball and rap. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people would have been quick to try to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I need to be in the NFL. I need to be in the NBA to get the success route. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So when we see brothers like you, you know what I'm saying, brother like Tim Freeland, brother like my cousin Nick, you know what I'm saying, it's refreshing to see y'all guys flourishing in life without having to do those things, you know what I'm saying? So again, man, we gotta give a big round of applause, man, for Chill. Can I call you Chill?
No, you gotta call him Chill, man.
You gotta call him Chill. That's the only name I know him by, man. This is my dog, man.
I love you.
Listen, man. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Real talk, man. Me and this dude, man, we go way back, man, from basketball, man. This is my guy.
I thought you finna say Haugen, boy. I was
nah, Chill ain't never been a Hawk ball. He didn't live out there. Pass through, but never live.
Man, we had some wonderful times on these basketball trips, man. Hey, we had. Look, man.
Hey, if you think you had a different coach, you think y'all could have got state? Man,
we going all out.
Let's talk about it.
Nah, he commented on the post, man. I can't say that. Okay. Coach Hudson probably watching.
What up, Hutch? What up? Hey, no lie. Hudson, he did his thing, though. He coached everybody well, bro.
Man, real
No,
talk.
I said that because everybody, after they get out of high school and they get to thinking back, man, we should have had a new coach. No, we know what the problem. We should have won state.
Yeah, we
should have won state.
It was a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. It wasn't alcohol.
Nah, it wasn't. Nah, they don't know our story.
We gonna reveal that on our Patreon.
Fake. Man, thank you for coming through, man. Listen, thank
no place like home, man. I'm glad to be here, man.
Been home, man. Listen, when was the last time you been here?
Man, to Grenada?
Yeah.
Man, you talking about, man, it might have been over a year or so, man.
Wow,
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
So let the people know exactly what it is that the great Chill Will.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
man,
I can't call him Will Baggett, baby.
Nah,
His name Chill Will.
right. My government name, man.
Listen, man, let these people know, man, what you into, man.
Yeah, man, I'm out in Dallas, Texas now,
Okay,
man. I've
then.
been out there about 4 years now.
You a Cowboys fan now?
No.
good. Let's keep it that way.
Fly Eagles fly,
keep it that
baby.
way. Okay.
Dirty, I go with them birds, man. You know what it is, but man, yeah, I'm out there, man. I've been doing, I have my own business about 4 years now, working with different colleges and universities, working with their student athletes, man, just pulling up on campus, doing workshops, man, just been a labor of love, bro. And I've been working in sports about 10 years now, like doing stuff with football, event operations, man. So worked a couple national championship games in football, bro.
Whoa,
it's been
man,
love
for
out
real.
there, man. It's been love, bro. Yeah.
Get that man some horns, man.
Baylor,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Shout out to Baylor.
Yes, sir.
One of the only teams I respect out there. Let's get that straight.
Out the Big 12, real talk.
Because Texas cheat.
Yep.
Texas Tech cheat.
Hey, let's go.
They SEC now, though. The Aggies, they
Texas
cheat.
Texas A&M, SEC.
Baylor the only one that get it out the mud.
Straight up.
And they don't complain about nothing. So when y'all don't get y'all top four, you know, y'all just go out there and play football.
Right.
And I respect that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, listen. Was you there for the whole RG3 thing? Like,
Yeah, no, I was the year after, man.
Oh, okay, a year after that.
Yeah,
Okay,
but he
then.
would come back around campus, man, and show love and everything, man. So it's a real good community around there.
Yeah, they need to give bro a shot, man.
Yeah.
You know why they ain't getting them a shot.
You know what time it is.
Yeah,
You know, man.
Yeah.
You know what it is, man.
Hey, but dealing with sports and students and
Yeah.
like what are some of the things that you seeing change as far as like the college environment?
Yeah, man, like one of the biggest changes went into place July 1st with the NIL, the name and the likeness stuff. And I think they're about to bring the video game back.
Okay.
There's big talks about it.
Yeah, real talk. So I've been doing the image and personal branding coaching about 4 years now. So it just kind of works well with what I got going on. But what I'm seeing, man, it's like anything else. Generations, things are changing. Like attention spans changing. Interests are changing, you know. And you know, pop culture, the music, everything influences how these kids think. And then also, it's like my man's told me in Atlanta a while back. He said, "He who controls the printed page controls the thinking of the age."
Right.
And so I think just now, man, with media being at our fingertips like we doing now,
right,
you taking in so many sources of information. So you really got to come with it because it probably ain't something you sharing that they ain't heard before. You feel me? So it's all about your delivery. You know, your care for them, being authentic with it.
Right.
So that's what I'm seeing.
And I know even with the whole getting paid thing, like that should have been something that happened a long time ago anyway. Who is one of the athletes that you think missed out on a big chance to get like a big check in college?
Oh man, we can go down the list, man. But Money Manziel, man.
Oh,
man,
yes,
he was big.
Man. I said Derrick Henry.
No,
bro, the best running back in Alabama.
Johnny
I don't
football?
know. I think I still
Johnny. Listen, quarterback's gonna always be up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I still think Christian McCaffrey should have won the Heisman that year, though.
Yeah.
He was eating, man. He was eating.
Yeah, he was. We ain't gonna talk about that. I'm a biased guy. I'm biased a little bit, so I can't really. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with it.
I see a lot of like. I'm glad it doesn't happen, but my heart hurt for like Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that got paid. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. But you had to go through all the back works to try to get that paper. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of folks that
Zion would have been big.
Bo Jackson, just think of Bo Jackson if he could have got a couple checks.
Think about the quarterback from Florida.
Tebow?
Tebow, facts.
Yeah.
Tebow's so great, bro. Like, I don't know who his manager is. Like, but the man got a shot in football 30 years later in another position.
Real talk. Yeah.
Far away from quarterback. This position ain't close.
But he did it. He been a tight end this year though.
Right.
He took somebody. I don't like that, man.
Yeah.
I think he took somebody's position.
Yeah, it's some controversy.
So with the image and branding thing, like. So you take these kids who pretty much done been in the hood their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is one of the hardest habits for them to break?
Man, it's probably just mindset more than anything. You know, because how you think, man, influences everything. So if you only seen one way of doing things, you think that's the only way. And then with the whole college system, man, like a lot of these cats are passed through the educational system based on athletic talent. And then they pull up to college and they get all these resources. They get this money, and they about to get more resources now. They get free food, unlimited meals.
Right.
And then for the cats that don't make it pro, you dump them right back off into society. You know what I mean? Without any real skills. You know what I mean? Because they had to stay eligible. Like I know one cat, man, I won't call his name, but when I was in school, he wanted to major in engineering. Like he wanted to be a pilot one day. But they steer them in a different direction. So hey, this may take away from your football time.
Right.
And so that happens, you know, more than we even know. Right. And there's a lot of stuff, man. I even heard like there were colleges funneling money through churches. You know what I mean? Student athletes, man. You know what I mean? It's real talk. So it's just a kind of a dark underbelly like anything else, man. You know, money, you know, cash rules everything around me, you know.
I ain't never even thought about that angle.
Yeah.
But that's
how it's going down.
Slick little route to go, man.
Yeah. Straight up. So it's man, that's one of the biggest things, man. It's just mindset because when they get into these environments, man, they're expected to assimilate to this environment, maybe be something that they're not in certain settings. And so that's what's tough for them. So I just preached authenticity, but let me give you some tools and tips and strategies to kind of, you know, switch code, you know what I mean? Understand the rules of engagement. Like when you're in a certain setting, hey, you got to move in different rooms, you know? You ain't got to be fake, but you got to be able to move different. Right. So yeah, that's what I try to work with.
And see, that's Reggie's problem. Reggie get us bam there where we go.
Yeah.
Like anywhere we go, bro. I don't care. He the trouble starter.
Yeah.
Every time. And I be telling them,
I don't know what you're talking about.
It could be 50-50. It could be 50-50.
No, it could be like 90-10. I just be had wrong information sometimes.
But you're going to defend that wrong information. You're going to defend that wrong information. And it's going to lead to something else.
I see Google. Then when Google comes, then I be like, I might not be right, but I'm never wrong.
I love
it. But see, Reggie, he don't move like how I move. Like,
Cause I be right. If I'm right, I ain't finna let you tell me I'm wrong.
Reggie move wrong, so we gotta work on his branding and all that good stuff. We gotta work on his image, cause that boy. Hey, listen, but yeah, like I think like even just like in general society though, like for real, like we need to give our young boys a makeup.
Yeah.
Not you know what I'm saying, give them all this technology and stuff. We need to teach them how to move and work. You know what I'm saying?
Get your hands dirty.
Yeah, facts. Because like for one, we going backwards as far as going in the trade school. We ain't using the trades like that. Now I give them all the props in the world. They going to college and they getting out. Shout out to Will. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember a time, bro, that, you know, you ain't had that scholarship, you feel me?
Yeah. The Pilgrim ain't quite gonna get it all.
It might not be Baylor, but it might be Hines. You know what I'm saying?
I can work out Hines.
We gonna work out the 2-year first.
You know what I'm saying? I can work Holmes out with.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely got to start these kids young and get that makeup right. You know what I'm saying? So when they do go in even when they go in the principal office to defend themselves, they can do it in a proper manner.
So just say you showed up on campus real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your advice to Shakir Richardson?
Man, you know, I mean, it's one of those things, man. I know y'all was kind of talking about it earlier, but she owned up to it. She took accountability. You know what I mean? And that's something I never had to deal with. You know what I mean? And I know some people in this room have dealt with that, loss of a parent. You feel me?
Fact.
And so I don't feel like I'm qualified to really just speak on what she should do. I think, you know, that she didn't get picked up for the relay team, which I think was unfortunate. You know what I mean? But maybe she would have had an opportunity there, man. But I think, you know, you learn from your mistakes, man. You grow from them. It can be a lesson or a blessing, you feel me? So it's just a tough situation, man. I just really hate it for her. But I do think if you look at how Colin Kaepernick, how he handled his situation, Nike stood beside him, and he was able to get a bag in a different way. You know what I mean? And so she may end up, you know, working with some cannabis farms and getting endorsements from them. You feel me? You
what
know
I
what
just
I mean?
tell you, bro.
Yeah, so
I told you.
So there's always a hidden.
Please know something.
All right, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Al Harrington and Antonio Davis, the other guy they need to go to, cause Antonio actually teach you how to function. You know what I'm saying?
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce.
He got to function too.
Hey, Percy Harvin, though. Y'all seen Percy Harvin? Percy Harvin said he didn't play a game that he wasn't faded.
Oh, yeah, because of migraine.
Yeah.
He had, he had medical migraine.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So
he just ain't trying to function.
And I think when he got with he started looking into the CBD when he was playing with, it was before the Seahawks, though. Whoever before then.
So do CBD get you?
He was
suspended too,
he was in Minnesota.
I don't think so.
It was in Minnesota.
They ain't got THC in it.
No. The CBD is more like on the medical side. It's for healing.
I know it's at one point, like CBD and THC was like.
That what they screamed up. But you know what I'm saying? Now you get to talking to, you know, some of the Israelite brothers, they'll tell you that the THC level too high and we gonna end up growing titties and being gay and all that. So
niggas here wearing tight pants.
They don't smoke though. So
niggas straight do start with their belly button now.
Some of them.
But now with the because you've been gone a minute. You've been gone since.
Yeah, man. I left the SIP, man. I went to Ole Miss. I went to State for a year. Then I finished up at Ole Miss in 12.
Like, that is terrible. Like,
I know that. That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Like, how do they feel like when they hear that?
You can't ask that question, man. You can't ask that question.
I want to know.
Wait, talk to me. What's your question?
I want to know, like, when you around the alums of Ole Miss and the Mississippi State alum, they hear that you went to State and Ole Miss.
Man, it's bad business, man. It's bad business. I ain't gonna tell you no story, man. No, but it worked out, man. Man, I just blessed, man. I got the Alumnus of the Year award, man, a few weeks ago from Ole Miss, man. So it worked out. It was the best fit long term. You know, it went over to Baylor. And we're speaking of, we talking about the CBD. My guy Josh Gordon, man. I hope he get reinstated.
Fact.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Bro. Now, when that took you to your journey to Baylor,
and
like over there, like that's when you transformed, though.
Real talk.
Like you went from, you know what I'm saying, us to like on a high standard. Like you can tell, like you can see through the photos, you can see through the video that you was holding yourself to a higher standard. Like, and you wrote the book.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what I'm saying, like. Talk about that. Like.
Yeah, man. I tell you, man, I just got to attribute it to having a great mentor, man. My guy, Ty Brown, he's out in L.A. right now, but he took me under his wing, bro. It's a crazy story how it went down, but I was out for a family reunion out in Dallas, Texas. I was trying to get in Baylor, but I ain't had no money, you know, scholarship, wasn't coming through. It's like 50 bands a year there. I ain't had that, right?
Yeah, right.
And so the way it worked out, man, so I went and interviewed. My dad said, hey, I'll drive you to Waco. And the guy was like, hey, I may have an opportunity for you, may have a spot for you, and I may had not had that spot over 8 years. And so, man, it's like I just prayed on that thing, man, went down there, we talked, we interviewed, and all that went good. And then for like 2-3 months, it went by, and I ain't hear nothing. You know, I'm thinking like, man, I'm about to have to cancel my classes and everything. So it just so happened, man, 3 days before my classes was about to get canceled, I got a phone call. He said, hey, we're going to bring you in for this grad assistantship. We're going to take care of your tuition and pay you some money per month.
Right.
But that's the story I heard, you know what I mean? I didn't know the backstory of that. So the way it worked out was when I was at Ole Miss, man, I had a really good mentor there named Jamil Northcutt. He took me under his wing, bro, just taught me, coached me up a lot. And he was actually at a conference that summer. And the guy that I was interviewing with, he wasn't sure if he gonna pull the trigger and bring me in or not. So he at that conference, and he like, man, I know this guy Will Baggett went to Ole Miss, but I don't know nothing about him. Like then I ain't had no profile, wasn't nothing you can find on me. I ain't played college sports, none of that. And so he just happened to see a dude wearing a suit with an Ole Miss lapel pin on and rolled up on him. He said, hey man, I know you may not know me. My name's Ty. I see you work at Ole Miss. Do you happen to know a guy by the name of Will Baggett? And he walked up on my mentor.
Right.
And that's how I got my start.
Wow.
Real talk.
God
you know what I mean?
work.
Yeah, real talk.
That's
So
love.
yeah, so that's how it worked, man. And we became real close. And even when I left there, man, I realized like he really coached me up, put me in a good position. And so we collabed on the book. But even the way that went down was crazy, man, because I started writing that book, man, in like 2014. I was supposed to finish it then. Inspired me to write, man, was Miss Leverett. Yeah, God rest her soul, man. She inspired me to write it.
Right.
And I had quit like 3 or 4 times. Like I just said, you know, I wasn't feeling it. I read it, like the content wasn't what I wanted it to be. And then December 15th, 2014, I got the phone call that she had passed away.
Wow.
And then I said, man, I got to go now. So I called my guy and said, hey, man, we got to finish this. And so on the second page of that book, man, it's dedicated to her memory. You feel me? Because she inspired me to do it.
And let them know the title of that book.
Yeah, it's called The Blueprint for a Successful Career. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
We straight. 5 stars only. You feel me?
And like
5 stars
only.
only.
Fact.
I like that.
I listen.
Shout out to the engineer.
Because like even with black guys in Grenada, like right now, like we don't think of career. We don't say career. We say job.
Straight up.
Go to
You
work.
know what I'm saying? Or we say business. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at things for a long term like a career should be. You know what I'm saying? And like I think we need people in place that going on their journey in their career to talk to people about getting into careers or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's a microcosm of society, man. That's a millennial thing in general. You feel me? That's everywhere. And so even now, man, I've been thinking about that, and I was talking to Brill about it the other day, and so I'm gonna announce it right here on the Masterminds podcast, man.
Breaking news!
No, we finna launch a scholarship, man, for grade schools.
Man,
that's what's up. We're launching a scholarship.
That's what's up,
yeah, we're
man.
gonna give like 2 to 4 kids an opportunity, man. You know, bless them with some funds, because I know, man, when I came out, bro, I mean, like there was some times I ain't have it. You feel me? And I had to make some ends meet, you know, take some credit cards
You
out.
eat noodles in college?
Man, come on now.
No.
Man, there were times, man, I'll be waiting like if the direct deposit didn't hit the next day. I didn't know what I was gonna do. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know about that with that red, with that minus sign, with that red, that .74. Come on, man.
That shit hurting.
When you looking at account and it's just like 22 cents in the overdraft.
Yeah.
You ain't thinking about the 22 cents. You think about the $35.
That's what I'm saying. So, that's why I learned about credit cards. Like you can run your credit card over if you're doing gas or grocery. You can run it over. That's what I learned. You know what I mean?
And see, again, like that's something I ain't even know nothing about.
Teach us something, man.
I just knew the PPP loan. That's all I knew.
All I'm saying is Capital One gonna be calling for you.
Let's go.
All I'm
You
telling
got
you,
it, right?
Capital One still gonna call you. That's all I'm telling you.
Ain't it, man?
They still gonna call you.
Yeah, but the thing is though, we don't have, as far like around here, we don't have like an open financial, you know what I'm saying, institution that'll teach us stuff like this. We wouldn't taught this in school, you know what I'm saying? So finance, like most of us living check to check no matter how much we getting paid.
Yep.
All right.
Like some of these young girls, bro, they out here, they in the field of LPN, RN, they doing this stuff, but they living a $22, $24 an hour lifestyle, and they ain't doing no better than the girl that working in Spain.
Oh, not at all. That's what happened, man. No, that's what happened, man. The first thing people do when they get an increase in income, they increase their expenses too.
Right.
That's the first thing that happens.
Facts.
Man. Yeah. So,
And that shouldn't happen like that.
no, straight up, man. I know people out here 6 figures up, man, and it's living check to check. You feel me?
Like for real,
Yeah,
like
lifestyle.
you know what I'm saying? It's all about that lifestyle, and like me personally, like I ain't never been the type of person like that like to. I can't spend like $1,000 coming out my pocket for some Gucci.
Shit, you mad about that $535 at the KFC, right?
Fake. That was the fake stuff, bro. What is you doing tonight, bro? Man, this dude here just putting out all my business. Okay, the Gucci draw was fake. Okay. They were 15, though.
They still let the real one up.
But again, though, like we get this massive amount of money, no matter what it is, whether we rapping or we working or you know what I'm saying, we get all this money and then we turn around and we buy things that depreciate.
Yeah, ASAP,
like
man.
that, like what, like as far as like black folk, like what is something that you want to see black people get into that we ain't tapped into yet?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, man, there's a lot of research on that in terms of like how people market to black people and what their interests are. You know, because we are so poverty stricken in terms of our mindset. You know what I mean? The change used to be physical, now they're mental. You feel me?
Right.
And we can't say it's a lack of access to information because everything you want to, think
On
about
Google.
it's on Google, it's online, it's on your Instagram. So you got to look at what you're following, what content you're consuming first and foremost. What I also say, man, no matter if you're looking at job or career, what have you, in terms of building wealth, man, it all starts with just how you think about money and look at it as a resource. You feel me?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because like we buy things that depreciate, sit up in our closets and what have you. Like let's say you go buy a new car right now, say 60 bands you put on it, whatever.
Right.
Think about how often your car is parked. You
Right.
know what I mean? Your car, yeah, real talk. Your car is parked over
Ain't
20.
doing nothing.
Yeah, over 20 hours a day, your car is parked.
Still
You feel me?
depreciating though.
Still depreciating every time,
Yeah.
man. And so I think, man, like I can never tell nobody how to spend their money because they got different interests
Right.
and what have you. But oftentimes we buy stuff to impress people that ain't even thinking about
Right,
us. You
that's
know
what
what I
I'm telling
mean?
you. Right.
Don't even care.
And they don't like.
And it impress them one time when they see it, like, oh, that's a clean car. Then it's the last
Yeah,
time
but
they
like,
see
they
it.
know
straight
it's
up,
a
yeah.
little
But like,
car,
they see it on the back of Ash mode. They ain't gonna have to pay the note.
No,
You feel me?
Yeah,
real
and
talk.
then it's like we gotta get the biggest, the baddest.
Yeah.
Like instead of going and get that Toyota Camry that may be $33,000, we gotta go get the Rolls Royce Cullinan.
I'll tell you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I tell
And
you,
like-
bro, I tell you a story about
Next
that,
car.
man. Yeah, man. My pops was telling me one time, man. It's a local figure here, man. I can't call his name. Be a multimillionaire. I
Yeah.
can put it together, but long story short, man, he was going to this big millionaire meeting up in Memphis 10, and he decided he wanted to fit in with the group, right? So he went and bought him a brand new S550. This probably like 15 years ago, right? And so he pulled up to the meeting or whatever, and everything. They had the meeting. He came back. My pops talked to him. He said, "Hey, how'd that meeting go? With all the big wigs and everything." And he said the dude was fire hot, man. He was 38 hot. And he was like, "What's wrong, man?" He said, "Man, I went and bought this brand new car, and the cat that could have bought everybody in the room out of his front pocket was riding a 96 Maxima."
Fact.
Yeah. Could have bought the room out of his front pocket.
Yeah.
Talking about 4 pockets full. Come on, man. Come on.
And that's what that's what I'm learning. Like the people that got it like that, like they don't really look like they got it
Right.
like
Yeah,
that.
fact.
Like I was sitting next to a guy in Memphis, we was chilling, and he was telling me about he was like, "Man, I like that phone that you got." You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's a nice phone. So we get to chopping it up, and he went to telling me what he do. And he was in the oil business. So, you know what I'm saying? He got multi-million-dollar. So I get to asking him questions, and I'm looking at his phone cracked up. Do you hear me? Look at
iPhone 5.
bro.
Hey, iPhone 6, dog.
This man's phone was cracked up from the front to the back.
Come on.
And I asked him, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got a new phone. He was like, it still works.
It still work.
He was like, I'm not giving it up whatsoever. Like, and that's crazy. Like,
Yeah, man, you just got to understand psychology, bro, of how they market to us and what they try to get us to buy. Like, you think about Lambo, Rolls Royce, you never see commercials from them.
No, they don't
Why is
do
that?
much with it.
because they don't want to buy it.
Yeah, what? Say what now?
They don't want to buy it.
There ain't no reason to show it. Like people gonna get them. Like
That's what I'm saying. They said our consumer base is not sitting around watching TV. What they say,
right.
Yeah, so that's why I think, man, just for my people here, man, just like, just really just take care of your money because you can't build generational wealth if you ain't taking care of this generation. You feel me?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of ways to
yellow
do
seed.
it.
And like I like what you said about the money being a resource, like making your money work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting into the IULs and the, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to look in different directions because I don't want to be in the same position my dad was in. My dad worked 26 years. He was, you know what I'm saying, $20 an hour. You feel me? But his back go out. You see what I'm saying? 2 years, he don't even know where he gonna stay at.
Yeah.
Like, You see what I'm saying?
You gotta make your money work.
And it was all because, you know what I'm saying, he didn't know how the knowledge on how to make his money work for him. You know what I'm saying?
And we ain't got that excuse, no, man. He didn't have the resources and the, you know what I mean, the information we got. But these days, we really don't have an excuse, man.
Facts, it's a click away.
Yeah, it's a conscious choice. You feel me? Like, financial literacy. You know what I mean?
Like my homeboy, he was like, man, dude, like you be paying to go to seminars. I'm like, that's how you get knowledge.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you get knowledge.
Absolutely.
I ain't know
you got to do what people ain't willing to do.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
They get what they ain't
Shout
willing
out to
to
Reggie. Reggie said that like early in the podcast. Like he was like, bro, we got to do something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
We got to go out the box.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we got to pay to go to these seminars or we got to pay to go to business class and finance class, we going to do that because, you know what I'm saying, that's the only way we going to grow. You feel me?
That's how I came up, man. I was paying to perform. Like, I work with, like, a lot of schools now. I work with, like, 40 or 50 a year now. But in my first year, man, wasn't nobody calling. Like, no emails returned, no phone calls, anything. So I was calling schools like, hey, I'll pay my own way. I'll pay you to let me come talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it worked out from there.
Right.
But I had to make those investments. You feel me? And I had to go talk to the gatekeepers. I had to figure, like, okay, who's doing what I'm doing right now at a really, you know, I went and sat down with them and paid homage to them. Like, okay, how can I learn from you to get to the next level? You know, I had to spend some money with him. It's a cat I just met, man, recently, multimillionaire in Dallas, Texas, man. You would never know about looking at him. He walking around off with no shoes on. You know what I mean? You know, you would never know it. I thought he worked there. Man, on the whole building, 6 more.
On the whole
building, 6 more.
What the name on
he
Zuckerberg, same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shout out to old Paul Carpenter.
96 big.
Man, 96 Master, dog. Come on.
96 Crown Big.
Yeah, man. This cat, man, it's 250 every time his ringtone. For an hour, his time is 250.
Right.
Yes, sir. Every time his ringtone, it's 250.
Yeah.
See, we got a couple of comments on. Quan said, back to the question at hand, what do we do to make our money work for you? What do you do to make the money work for you?
Yeah.
And then Cash Mark says, no such thing as an excuse. Today's society, we have the most powerful devices in our hands with these smartphones.
Facts.
Absolutely.
So Quan said, back to the question at hand, though. How do you make money work for you?
Yeah, so there's different ways you can do it, man. So say, for instance, you're working for an employer. They say may have a 401k plan, all right? So that's one way you can do it. That's kind of the traditional way you're playing the long game there.
Right.
There's another thing you can do. You can look at it, the Roth IRA, all right? That's something you can invest in yourself, and you don't have to worry about the taxes, right, on that end. So also there's investments you can take. Robinhood is an investing app. You can get that kind of direction from, you know, financial literate people that are in your own network. And for instance, like you can go sit down at a bank and really get information from your banker about just what I do with my money. Like there's certificates of deposits, there's bonds you can buy. There's all kinds of things that are very traditional that we don't think about anymore because it's not fast money. And that's what we're used to, you feel me? But you got to think about, in terms of making your money work for it, it's got to be a long game. It can't be something you just ready to get an immediate return on all the time. I use an investing platform called Fundrise. So it's FUNDRISE. All that is basically a real estate investment trust, and you're basically crowdfunding real estate. And so let's say I'm going in with everybody in this room. I put in, you know, a couple $100, and we go out and we buy an apartment building. So basically, they go and handle the apartment building. When they pay back, we get 8 to 11% return on our money, and we can get that back in cash, or we can reinvest it in our portfolio and keep it going. So that's fundrise.com, you know. Yeah, I know people are doing different things now with like the Forex. I don't know much about that, you know what I mean?
I don't know about Forex either.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
I
tried to learn.
I tried to get with the Bitcoin.
Yeah, I put some money in Bitcoin.
When they told me like the Bitcoin, what like it's a bigger Bitcoin. Like you got to make Bitcoin, make a certain Bitcoin.
Real talk, yeah. I mean
that kind of confused me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean I don't know.
It kind of knocked me off.
Yeah, I put a little investment money in that. Just small portions, man. You can put $20. You know what I mean? Just $20. You know, we try to make it like a grandiose thing. It got to be that. And one guy said he think Bitcoin might hit 250K at the end of 2022.
I can believe it.
You know what I mean? So it may happen. I think the biggest thing in terms of making your money work for you, bro, you got to look at your spending habits first.
Fact.
You got to be able to look at your bank statement and say, okay, how much money is going to fast food? How much money, you know what I mean?
About 48%.
Food guy.
Yeah, real talk.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my problem.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of ours.
First and foremost.
But it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like when the chicken shortage happened, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? It was almost like, you know what I'm saying? They make double was a little cheaper than that chicken that sprays anyway.
Yeah, bro. It costs more to eat healthy than it do to eat poorly, man. That's the way the system's set up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's crazy.
That's the way it's set up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like almond milk costs $6, but The regular milk 188.
Yeah,
You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
drink that almond milk that fast anyway, though.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Ain't that good.
everything going up, man. I think the biggest thing is coming catching hold now, man, is group economics.
Okay.
It's kind of going in with some people, man, that you trust, you know what I mean? Because one thing they ain't doing, they ain't making no more land.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
facts.
They ain't making no more land. So if you own some kind of land, some real estate, or you can go in with people, like one of my guys, he just got some inheritance, you know, from his folks. He's about to open up a cannabis farm on that.
Okay.
And so I think sometimes we got to look at it as like, okay, we laying the seeds and foundation for generations after us. It may not be the immediate return, you know, but as long as you're trying to get to a better position, you're still progressing in that sense. So there's a lot of different ways to make your money work for you. I mean, if you one of them people, like, say for instance, like, you got to think about where your spending money goes. So when you get paid in your check, what's the first thing you do?
Pay bills.
Pay bills, okay? So do you pay you should pay yourself first. You know what I mean? You got
Okay.
auto pay on your bills, but you ought to have auto pay on paying yourself first.
Right.
And so what I did, man, I established a savings account that I don't have a debit card to.
Me too.
And then, you know what I mean? So I can't just touch it and get it just when I need something. You
Yeah.
feel me?
So when the weekend comes,
Yeah.
you got it.
You can't. Yeah, if you don't want to be in paradise making it rain, man, you got to put some boundaries in place,
Facts.
man. You got to put some parameters in place, and so that's what I think, man. Just first looking at your own habits and figuring out how you can progress it from there, man.
Yeah, I think like all of us have poor
Yeah.
spending habits to a certain degree
Mhm.
because we all got kind of like vices. You know what I'm saying? Like mine is Hennessy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would get the thinking about it a little too much, and then I was like, you know what? Let me
I want
just
some
go.
Hennessy.
You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's like my biggest problem as far as spending. Like my biggest problem is not actually writing it down and calculating my spending habits.
Yeah.
Like that's my biggest problem.
Yeah. It just comes with a conscious choice, man.
Cause if my check 500, 600, I know I got 275 this week in bills. I'll say to myself, I'll be like, okay, then we got 600. You know what I'm saying? I got like 325 play with.
Yep.
But I ain't thinking about like gas.
It's
Yep.
It's
I
a
ain't
couple
thinking
apps
about-
you need to get for it. Every dollar one of them. That's what I use. Every dollar. Been helping me out a lot lately.
Yep. The Stash app is one you can use. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah, a lot of different apps, man, do the same thing. It just a matter of just how you want to function with it. Like they'll take like Acorns, they'll take the money, like say you spend like $2.5, they'll take 25 cents, invest it for you. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ashton, man. I remember he was promoting that in Memphis.
They were promoted in Memphis.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't
the
promoting it.
oddest shit
Like, he
ever.
wasn't.
He
He
had the
wasn't- he
oddest
didn't
stories,
have.
man.
Like, he didn't have. I was at the Grizzly game, and like he was there,
Yeah.
and he was talking to people about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the app even hit yet. Like,
Download
he was,
Stash.
he was telling people like, oh, they was coming out with an app called Acorn.
Oh,
You know, you can. Your spare change, basically.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, and man, shout out to Ashton, man. I like white actors, bro. I love it. They do that.
How do we always be in these places with these people?
Man, listen, bro.
Law of attraction, man.
Listen, bro. I'm telling you,
Could be.
I'm meant to be a superstar, bro.
I agree.
Listen, I'm telling you, I knew this from the day that
Can I come with you though? You gonna bring me with you?
not today.
Nah, he gonna tell about all. He gonna tell about all your little parties and everything.
Listen, I went to a Sean John convention one time, and like everybody running the Diddy and all that, and like I was just sitting back, you know, like smoking my black. He come over there, he was like, I like your speed. You feel me?
Baby
Like,
boy,
I like your
walk
speed.
up to you, bro.
I like your speed. That's my daddy. My daddy was with me. My daddy was with me. My daddy said that's how you act. You feel me? And when I'm about that business, but everybody else was I seen Trey
So
Songz
did
in
it
Free Lund.
he didn't say I want to take you shopping, Daddy.
Listen, P game.
I want to take you shopping, Daddy.
Was it Diddy or Puff Daddy?
At Tim Free Lund, I seen Trey Songz in Jackson. Bro, we in the VIP. Shout out to Hot Stuff. Shout out to Eddie Mitchell. That's who got me in the VIP.
Storytime.
Bro, listen, bro. Trey Songz was talking. I do this right here. I said, bro, get you one, bro. He was like, hey, man, you the really dude up in this joint, man. Because everybody up in this joint let me talk in they fade, my breath stink. I don't act like that where I'm celebrity,
like
bro.
Book and Hennessy.
I know. That's how I know, bro. I'm meant to be the fourth member of the Migos, bro.
Yeah, you can be ran off.
I can play
ran off.
twice.
Yeah, ran off.
listen, man. Hey, listen, man. Before we get up out of here, I gotta let y'all know to go out there, click on them links in the morning, man. We on Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcast. We also on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell for all new content.
Yes, sir.
Mastermind Podcast. You feel me? Let's pay some bills.
Teasy Cuts, owned and operated by Octavia Wilkes. She specializes in dreads, braids, bobs, sew-ins, fades, and much, much more. Call Octavia Wilkes, CEO, for all appointments at 662-300-3271. That's 662-300-3271. It's going down.
Before we get up out of here, I got a segment of the show I like to do at the end, man. We call passing out them flowers. We're gonna pass out our flowers to one of many people that done contributed to our life. You know what I'm saying? That's still on earth. Gotta let them know that we love them before. You know what I'm saying? God called them home. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let Will go first. Will,
man.
Who one person you want to pass your rose to?
Man, just one?
Yeah, well, you know, you a special guest. You ain't coming that week, so get it off your chest.
Yeah, man. No,
load it up.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give it to my folks, man. Just how they persevered, man. You know, just what they taught us, man, coming up, and then just they did the best they could for us, man, and just really been through a lot, man. My dad, suffered 2 aneurysms. Mom had her neck, basically broken in a car accident, but they still pushing, still persevering, man. So I learned everything from them, man. Just this city, man, brought me just so much knowledge and information, man. Ain't no place on the earth like Grenada, and so I'm just, it really ain't, bro. It really ain't, and so I just thank my parents for just raising me in this community, and this community for accepting me, and they being able to come home and do this, man. That let me know, like, if you ever go somewhere else and like you try to recreate yourself and what have you, some people can't even come home.
Right.
But being able to come home and be embraced, man, I credit to my parents and how they raised me. You feel me? So that's what I'm gonna give it to my folks tonight.
Man, Reggie, go ahead, man.
I want to give mine to Big Boy Dexter Ross, Cali.
Oh, yeah.
All them coaches with the park and rec. Them guys, they consistent. They do this every year. We end up bringing back a ring,
a trophy,
and a trophy in some age group every year. So these guys take time out of their schedule, they work, and all they commit their time to your kids, and they show them what success look like.
Yep.
So I gotta give them a rose for
this.
Man, Goo, you next, bro.
I ain't got nobody this week.
Dude got it. He got it on his mind, bro.
I do got somebody, but I don't want to do it.
I say scrap.
Say her name.
Nah.
Say her name, bro. Say her name.
Say her name.
Say her name, bro. Say it. Go ahead. You on here. Go ahead.
Nah, I ain't gonna say her name.
Okay, then. All right, shout it. Hey, Google your wrong.
Tyler Dirty. Say her name.
Shout out my little boo, man. She almost got her dough kicked in this weekend, man.
Whoa, wow. Hey.
Man, whatever you were drinking today, don't drink that shit that week. Hey, listen, before I get up out of this story, man, I want to give my rose to my cousin Symbol, a.k.a. Brandy Light. You know what I'm saying? That's my cousin. I love her to death. I just feel like enough people don't tell her they love her. You know what I'm saying? The sweetest thing in the world, man. Listen, man, when my mom was down and out and I couldn't beat her, man, she was there every single time. Wasn't no question being asked, bro. When when my daddy died, you know what I'm saying, she could have easily stayed at home, man. She stayed, you know what I'm saying, she helped with the funeral arrangement. She made sure everything went smooth for my mama, and with that alone, you know what I'm saying, I'll die for you, you know what I'm saying.
Man, we love you,
Brandon, I love you to death, you know what I'm saying. Symbol that my heart and soul, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, that's who I want to give mine to. Yes, sir. Listen.
That's real.
Now, speaking of the World Series, bro, I got one question for you.
I got a couple questions.
Why that don't translate to high school baseball?
That's what I was gonna ask. You beat me to it.
Why they what?
Why it don't translate to high school baseball?
I said this a couple years ago and had to defend myself for 3 days
Hey,
straight.
listen, I'm with you, bro. I'm all the way. I'm with you. The whole way. Hey, listen. I just feel like, bro, with the kids that we have in Park and Rec, like, they come into high school, bro, with a portfolio already.
Experience, bro. I'm talking about real experience.
You feel me?
Under
and
pressure.
I think it should translate. I always say this, shout out to Tim and them class, you know what I'm saying? Him.
They was a number.
You know what I'm saying? Them boy was.
Yeah, man.
That was
my class.
That was undeniable, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That was undeniable baseball.
And the games were way more turned. Like, you could go there and it was actually like signs being held up and some cheering in the crowd. Like,
I don't even remember. I think it was like one position filled by a white guy.
Yeah, it was like they had like
that was
8
Johnny,
starters.
that was Johnny Allen.
Nah,
shout out to my guy.
He was out of school like a mud by the
talking about my dude, bro. That's my
Allen was
guy
out of
right
school.
there, man. You know what I'm saying?
He basically he cleared though.
I think we need to push that issue though.
Yeah, I am.
With this, I'm gonna tell you what. I know you feel like you're beating a dead horse.
Yeah, you beating a dead horse.
I feel like you beating a dead horse. You feel me?
But dead horse. And see where it look. But we ain't gonna win like this.
But listen, bro. I just want to say I'm with you. I'm bringing the coalition this time.
You gonna bring the team with you?
No doubt about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to definitely shout out to Will. You know what I'm saying? Cause I definitely need help writing this book.
Man, come on.
You know what I'm saying? 50 man laws. You know what I'm saying? I got 38. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
I had fun meant for goo. You know what I'm saying?
Special ideas performance today.
You damn right. I got one. Hey, listen. I told him, bro, you keep gaining that weight. I'm hitting him with that fat joke I've been holding on to.
I ain't got no.
Your nose just gained 3 pounds a weekend. What are you talking about?
That's a barbecue, man.
But I got this book called 50 Man Laws up in the right?
Let's put it down.
And basically, like I just want to tell young boys how to be men again, because I think with society and what people put in our head, like, we don't really know the definition of a man. So I'm writing that book, you know what I'm saying, to make sure, you know what I'm saying, these young boys turn out to be men and not, and then
is you Bill Cosby judge? I'm right.
No. It's me, Eddie May, Dominic Breed, Brown. Who else I got on the
Judge Joe Brown?
No, Judge Carlo Moore. No, look at that, bro.
Hey, Judge O'Brien really a judge.
You gonna get locked up.
Judge
O'Brien.
Don't say that.
Get the judge name right. His name Carlo Moore. Shout out to Carlo. You know what I'm saying? And
Judge O'Brien
tonight
really a
we
judge.
gonna get Will to give us a man law. What is something you think young boys need to know, you know what I'm saying, on how to carry themselves and be a man?
Yeah, man. That goes a lot of different directions, man. But I would say the biggest thing, man, is just understanding the importance of resilience and leadership, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, leadership is not what you tell somebody; it's really where you take them, you know. Ooh. And so you see a lot, man. Just I look at the leadership in this city, man. To be honest with you, bro, like, I mean, Scrapper, you a pillar in this community.
That was a word.
Don't tell them that, man.
No, but we think about it like we all connected by basketball in some shape, form, or fashion. Like we all played it, man. But I would say, man, just the leadership, man, because when we talk about masculinity, bro, like sometimes it can be so rigid in terms of like, oh, you should be this, you should be that because you're a male. But you gotta know, man, it's important to, it's cool to go to therapy. You know what I mean? It's cool to express your emotions, express yourself. You feel me? I think that makes you more of a man by being vulnerable. And so I think the society does not really promote that in the terms we're living in now. So there's things that we can push, that we can say, hey, do this and do that in terms of like taking care of your family, what have you. But I really think just the true mark of a man is his ability to be vulnerable and to say, hey, I need help. You know what I mean? I may be struggling. You feel
That's
me?
my problem.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Like, instead of like asking for help, like, I just go in my room and just like turn off all the lights. And shit.
I mean,
This the precious.
Like, on some real talk,
man,
this
this
the
real
pressure.
talk. I mean, but it's more like, I mean, the suicide rate of black males, man, is through the roof and nobody's talking about it.
Right,
You know
right,
what I
right.
mean?
That's true.
Yeah, and so we just don't have them same resources that, you know, other people may have, and we may don't seek those same resources out. And so, man, for me and for my brothers to thrive, man, we got to be healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, and otherwise. So that's just what I'm pushing now, because I think we all learn. If we came out different mentally or emotionally from the pandemic, if we came out the same as we did before then we wasted the time.
Right.
But I think everybody's just been developed or learned something about themselves, good and or wise, that can, really serve them in the future, So that's what I'm kind of advocating for now, man. It's just really just, for our brothers just to be healthy. And if you're struggling, like, having a resource, somebody you can call,
right.
because you don't want to be like, it's too late. And I say, like, I've had brothers that I've lost, kids that I've coached that have taken their own lives because of that. And, so I ride with that a lot now.
Yeah. Before we started the podcast, like, I had severe suicidal thoughts. like to the point like it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really on the verge of taking my own life. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I had like my little brother, then I lost my daddy like 2 days later. Then you know what I'm saying? Like a year. You know what I'm saying? To the day that my little brother died, I had to bury my uncle. You know what I'm saying? And like so much was going on. It was like, you know, I got my mom. I want to talk to her like this my rock. This my everything. This is who I go to. But she going through the same thing I'm going through. And I don't want her to think like, you know what I'm saying, it's too much on her because I'm going through something. Like, bro, like I just cracked. Like, you know what I'm saying? That, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be open and honest with you, bro, like I think, you know what I'm saying, bro, all the time, bro, because he came in my life like at the right time, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm slick about to cry, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
real. That's real.
because it get dark. You know what I'm saying? Like bro came and he told me like, bro, like we can do this, you know what I'm saying? And like he didn't even know how severe it was. Like he'll call and check on me and be like, bro, you all right? Like I'm just calling to check on you, like, man, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even tell him what the problem was. I'd be like, bro, I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? Because like I was sitting there with the gun.
Yeah. Wow.
You get me? Like he don't know that. Like I'm telling him this right now.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was sitting in the living room with the gun, like finna do it. You see what I'm saying? But bro call me. Like, or if I get into that dark place, like he'll call me. And like I always tell him, like, bro, like beyond any of this shit, like I'm always be down for you, my brother.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Because on the simple screen, bro, when things got dark.
Right there.
Woo! Boy, it got dark quick, fast. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know who to go to.
Yeah, I know it was bad, bro, because I reached out to you.
Yeah,
I hit you on the messenger.
Man, listen, man.
I said when Scrapper didn't hit me back, man, I knew something was up. I remember
bro,
that I hit you up when it all happened.
I used to sit on the porch like 4-5 hours straight from like 2 in the morning, like 6 in the morning, bro. And just cry, bro. Like I used to tell God all the time though. I used to be like, man, I ain't no more crying than me. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? And like God just hit me on the shoulder and like, I got something for your ass.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, but to come through it, you know what I'm saying, and be able to be like, damn, I got over that. You know what I'm saying, bro? It feels so good. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, like I ain't never thought in my lifetime I'd think about suicide, bro. And like that was a for real option, right? That was a serious
it's a thin
option.
line, bro. Like you never know what life gonna take you in wet moments and push you too far, bro.
Yeah.
And just sometimes she just puts you too far, bro.
And so like even me being here, man, like talking about whatever I do, whatever, like I'd be remiss if I didn't really just talk about that kind of stuff. That's what's more important to me than anything.
Fact.
And then, like, you know, we said bro came into your life, man. Like, this platform here, man, is legit, man.
Man, listen, bro.
Like, I've been, like, hey, yo, real talk. Like, hold on, let me slow you down real quick. I've been around the world and back, bro. I've never seen a setup like this.
Yeah.
I've been around the world and back. You know, anything you can see, I didn't seen it. I'm telling you, this is top notch. Tier 1. You hear me?
I want to give
talk.
a big shout out to the sound man, bro. He did it with his own hands, bro. He did it all by himself, man. So you know what I'm saying?
I helped a little bit too.
Man, all right, go, come on,
man,
Goo. Come on, Goo.
He came in and swept, didn't he, man? That's all he did. He came in and swept.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah, shout out to OTL too, man.
Yeah,
man, Tidwell, man. I was at this spot all weekend, man. He hosted, man. He got a real good situation over there.
I think the tides done turned. I think we understand it, you know what I'm saying? We got to take things in our own hands.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I love the way it's going. I want to give a shout out to on the Lavish line. I want to give a shout out to Rockstar Clothing and Gear Lane. You know what I'm saying? Like we was complaining for like years, bro. We ain't had nowhere to go get clothes. Now we got 2 spots owned by black people. You know what I'm saying? 3 spots. Rockstar. You know what I'm saying? Including Molly spot. So you know what I'm saying?
It's gym right next to it.
Gym.
Yeah, bro.
There's all kind of stuff.
Y'all shout out to him. Universal Fitness.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, bro. The talent in this city, bro, like, I mean, the talent that's even left the city. You know what I mean? The entrepreneurship, spirit in this city, bro. I mean, per capita, if you look at the amount of people here and the amount of people doing business and stepping out and doing things, bro, I think I put it against anywhere in the country, bro. Like, real talk. This is just, I mean, that's some of the smartest people, like, I've ever met in my life. And, like, being in Grenada taught me the art of hustle. You know what I mean? Because, like, if we're just being real, bro, I grew up privileged. But it wasn't until I got into the trenches, you know, and being around, immersing myself in other people's environments, that I saw what they were dealing with when they was going through. So when things went down south for me, I knew how to bounce back. I knew how to create something. So I don't think I've ever really told this story publicly, man, but like the whole way I got into speaking now, man, it was December of 2016. I was home from work for a couple of weeks. I was off work. and things wasn't going good for at the crib in terms of like our financial, financials at the time, and my own disability. My pops, his business is straight, but in the wintertime it's slow because you build houses or whatever, And so, man, I've seen things now that I never see. Opening up the oven to heat the house. You know what I mean? I never see that coming up. And that's the kind of untold story, that you would never know. But what happened, man, I said, like, hey, I got an idea. And I went to my mom's computer. I've been sitting on the idea about 2 years, man. I said, I got an idea. And that's what I put together my PowerPoint for my speaking presentation that I've done over 150 times now.
Wow.
In that situation. You feel me?
That's what's
So it ain't just, I didn't just step out and say, oh, I'm going to do this. So if you listen to the trend in terms of like getting the book done and even starting the speaking thing, it was out of necessity.
Right.
You feel me? But again, that Grenada hustle taught me how to do it. You know what I mean? Being around 3 Stacks a lot.
Fact.
That taught me how to do that. Real talk. Yeah,
straight up. Legend.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell my kids all the time. Like, don't worry about what the other people doing. Just worry about what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, you building your legacy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And 3 Stacks, I think about them all the time.
Man, me too.
For them to be so young, you touch so many people. I'm talking about young, old, in between, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's people 65, 70 years old that talk about that, man.
He was our Nipsey,
bro. Yeah, facts. That is facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk,
circling back to like the business thing we were just talking about, it's still kind of early on. Like all these businesses just starting up.
Right.
So imagine what we could be like when we start like doing business with each other, connecting.
Yeah, connecting. Yep.
Yeah, like so it just
and
I'm ready to see it build a little bit.
Yeah, man, it has to be less like I think just twofold, man. It has to be like offering, premier products and customer service. So they want to shop with you, you know what I mean? And I think what I had to do, I had to make it to where whatever I'm doing, I'm just not doing it, or people not just shopping me because of how I look, you know what I mean? And so I think it works both ways. So everything, a lot of things in life are transactional and relational. It's a lot, you won't find much in life that doesn't involve some type of transaction or some type of relationship. Talk about the sun, the moon, the stars. Everything's in relationship. You know what I mean? And so I think if we just fulfilling that as business owners, I think that's going to help us out tremendously because oftentimes, man, we look at, and I'll be honest, man, there was a time where I looked at our product as not being as on the same level as somebody else's product.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had to unwire myself because I was not proud of how I thought. But that was conditioning to our environment. And then you get out, you see people doing different things. Like, man, okay.
It can
You know what I mean?
something.
Yeah, it can really be something.
And a lot of time when we go out of town, like they tell us, like, man, bro, y'all Mississippi dudes different,
We
bro.
are.
Like,
we
y'all
work,
different.
We work harder than everybody.
like
even our lazy folks go out of town and outwork folks.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like they be so made, like, bro, like I remember one time a girl, she was like, bro, like how y'all folks do that? Like how y'all record y'allself by y'allself? Like it just be one person. And I'm like, baby, like y'all don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Weird, huh?
Bro, like if they don't have like somebody controlling the knobs, bro, they not recording. They not gonna go in there and record.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
It's conditioning, man.
That is crazy to me. Reggie went out where you go to that time you took them pictures?
Talking about Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they was looking forward to him to send that picture to somebody to edit.
Yeah.
No, I did all
He
it.
did all himself.
My
You know what I'm
himself,
saying?
bro.
Like, that's crazy. So, we definitely got to tap into our potential, man. You feel me?
It's here.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Listen, man. Y'all make sure y'all go click on them links in the morning. We on Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? We also on YouTube. Make sure you go hit that subscribe button, that like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell.
Sir.
For our new content, Mastermind Podcast, we done got to the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to leave any lasting remarks? Go ahead and say it, Reggie. Say it.
God bless you all.
Because he want to say it so bad. I'm
God
going to say
bless
it
you all.
for him, bro. He told y'all about that baseball stuff, bro.
God bless y'all.
Look, he want to say it so bad. Say it,
God
Reggie.
bless you.
I'm not going to go until you say it.
I told you so.
Hey, listen, man. Shout out
That's
to
all
our
I can
boy
say.
Slim. Man, I want to give a big shout out to Will, man, for coming through, man, hollering at the team. Man, for Reggie, for Goo, for Sound, man. I'm your boy Space
Why you
Go,
always get to close it out every
Ghost
week,
Go.
man? Stop, man.
Space
No.
Go, a.k.a.
No.
Coast to Coast,
No,
a.k.a.
we out.
Tony
Bye.
Macaroni.
Bye.
I love y'all. We up out this thing. You know what I'm talking about?
It's going down.